Hey friends, welcome to day 1 of our vocabulary challenge. Today's word is happy. We'll dive into 3 synonyms for happy that you can use to add variety and nuance to your conversations. These are content, delighted, and pleased. Let's start with our main word happy. When we say we're happy, we mean we feel a sense of pleasure, satisfaction, or general well-being. Happiness is often a broad, uplifting emotion triggered by anything from spending time with friends to achieving a personal goal. Now let's look at the synonyms. Content. This word has a quieter, calmer vibe. If you're content, you feel satisfied and at peace with your situation. It's a subtle, steady sense of happiness rather than an overwhelming, perhaps short-lived joy. Delighted. This word is a little more intense than happy. If you're delighted, you feel a deep, radiant happiness that might even make you smile or laugh. It's a word that captures happiness with an extra spark of excitement. Pleased. Pleased refers to a feeling of satisfaction or happiness with a specific situation. You're usually pleased with something, like the results of a project or how your day turned out. It's a focused kind of happiness. Let's use happy in a sentence, then substitute it with each of the synonyms. I'm happy to finally have a quiet weekend at home. Now, using the synonyms, I'm content to finally have a quiet weekend at home. I'm delighted to finally have a quiet weekend at home. I'm pleased to finally have a quiet weekend at home. She was happy with how her presentation went. That's our second sentence. Now with the synonyms, she was content with how her presentation went. She was delighted about how her presentation went. She was pleased with how her presentation went. While all these words describe positive feelings, they each carry nuances. In the first example sentence, I'm happy to finally have a quiet weekend at home. Happy is a general term that can fit almost any situation where you feel positive. If you were to say content, content suggests a calm, peaceful satisfaction. So if you say, I'm content to finally have a quiet weekend at home, it emphasizes that you're relaxed and satisfied in that moment, rather than feeling excitement or intense happiness. Delighted adds intensity. If you say, I'm delighted to finally have a weekend at home, quiet weekend at home, it suggests an elevated level of happiness. Perhaps it's been a hectic time for you and this moment brings you extra relief or excitement. Pleased is more situational. Saying I'm pleased to finally have a quiet weekend at home implies you're happy with this specific situation, but it's less about deep emotion and more about satisfaction with the situation. In the second example sentence, she was happy with how her presentation went. When you use content instead of happy, to say she was content with how her presentation went, it implies she feels quietly satisfied. She's at ease with the results, even if she's not overjoyed. With delighted, as in she was delighted about how her presentation went, there's a sense of excitement. She's not just satisfied, but thrilled with her performance. Replace happy with pleased, as in she was pleased with how her presentation went, means she feels a specific satisfaction with the outcome. It's positive, but somewhat understated, more focused on the presentation success rather than on personal happiness. Well, that's all for today. I hope this gives you more ways to express happiness in English. Try using these words next time in your conversations, and be sure to come back tomorrow for another word in our vocabulary challenge.